If we are responsible, the future will be good for the future generations. Bharatiya Nagarik Suraksha Sanhita, BNSS, 2023. Chapter 39, Compensation and Costs, Sections 527 to 531. Chapter 39 of the Bharatiya Nagarik Suraksha Sanhita, BNSS, 2023 addresses the provisions for compensation and costs related to criminal proceedings. Sections 527 to 531 outline the mechanisms for compensating victims of crime, reimbursing wrongfully accused individuals, and determining the costs associated with legal proceedings. These sections aim to ensure justice and fairness by providing financial redress and ensuring that the costs of justice are fairly allocated. Section 527, Compensation to Victims of Crime. Section 527 provides for the awarding of compensation to victims of crime. This compensation is intended to help victims recover from the physical, emotional, and financial harm caused by criminal activity. Key points: eligibility. Victims of crimes that result in significant injury, loss, or trauma are eligible for compensation. Compensation criteria. The amount of compensation is determined based on factors such as the severity of the injury, medical expenses, loss of income, and emotional distress. Application process. Victims or their representatives can apply for compensation through a formal process outlined by the court. State fund. Compensation is typically provided from a state fund established specifically for victim compensation. This section ensures that victims receive financial support to aid in their recovery and rehabilitation. Section 528. Compensation to wrongfully accused or convicted persons. Section 528 outlines the provisions for compensating individuals who have been wrongfully accused or convicted. This compensation aims to address the injustice and hardships faced by individuals who have been subject to wrongful legal action. Key points: eligibility. Individuals who have been acquitted after wrongful accusation or whose convictions have been overturned on appeal are eligible for compensation. Assessment of harm. Compensation is based on factors such as the duration of wrongful detention, loss of reputation, and financial losses incurred. Application procedure. The wrongfully accused or convicted person can apply for compensation through the judicial system. Government responsibility. The state is responsible for providing compensation to wrongfully accused or convicted individuals. This provision ensures that those who suffer due to miscarriages of justice receive appropriate redress and support. Section 529. Recovery of costs from offenders. Section 529 provides for the recovery of costs from offenders. This ensures that individuals convicted of crimes bear the financial burden of the legal proceedings to the extent possible. Key points: court orders. Courts can order convicted offenders to pay for the costs of the proceedings, including legal fees and other related expenses. Assessment of costs. The amount to be recovered is determined based on the actual expenses incurred during the legal process. Enforcement. Mechanisms are in place to enforce the recovery of costs from offenders, including garnishment of wages or seizure of assets. This section ensures that the financial burden of legal proceedings is shifted from the state to the offenders who are found guilty. Section 530. Cost awards in favor of the accused. Section 530 outlines the provisions for awarding costs to the accused in cases where they are acquitted or the prosecution is found to be frivolous or malicious. Key points: acquittal and malicious prosecution. The accused can be awarded costs if they are acquitted or if the prosecution is deemed frivolous or malicious. Determination of costs. The court assesses the costs incurred by the accused during the legal proceedings. Judicial discretion. The award of costs is at the discretion of the court based on the merits of the case. This provision ensures that individuals who are wrongfully prosecuted do not suffer financial loss due to legal proceedings. Section 531. Procedure for determining compensation and costs. Section 531 outlines the procedural aspects for determining compensation and costs, ensuring a fair and transparent process. Key points. Application process. Detailed procedures for applying for compensation and costs. Hearing and evidence. Courts may hold hearings and require evidence to assess claims for compensation and cost. Timely decisions. The process is designed to ensure timely decisions to provide relief to victims and wrongfully accused individuals. This section ensures that the process for awarding compensation and costs is efficient, fair, and transparent. Detailed breakdown. Compensation to victims of crime. Section 527. Victims of crime often face significant financial and emotional hardships. Section 527 ensures that they receive compensation to cover medical expenses, loss of income, and emotional distress. This provision recognizes the state's responsibility to support victims in their recovery process. Key points. Comprehensive support covers a wide range of expenses related to the crime. State responsibility ensures a dedicated fund for victim compensation. Compensation to wrongfully accused or convicted persons. Section 528. Wrongful accusations and convictions can cause immense personal and financial harm. Section 528 provides a framework for compensating those affected, addressing the injustice and helping them rebuild their lives. Key points. Redress for injustice acknowledges the state's role in rectifying wrongful actions. Detailed assessment considers multiple factors in determining compensation. Recovery of costs from offenders. Section 529. This section ensures that offenders contribute to the costs of their prosecution, thereby reducing the financial burden on the state and promoting accountability. Key points. Financial responsibility. Offenders are held accountable for legal costs. Enforcement mechanisms ensures effective recovery of costs. Cost awards in favor of the accused. Section 530. Section 530 protects the financial interests of the accused, ensuring they are not unfairly burdened by legal costs in cases of acquittal or malicious prosecution. Key points. Protection against unfair costs ensures acquitted individuals are not financially disadvantaged. Judicial discretion. Courts have the flexibility to award costs based on case specifics. Procedure for determining compensation and costs. Section 531. A fair and transparent process is crucial for determining compensation and costs. Section 531 ensures that applications are handled efficiently, with clear guidelines for hearings and evidence. Key points. Fair process ensures transparency and fairness in determining compensation. Timely relief aims to provide quick decisions to aid affected individuals. Summary. Chapter 39 of the BNSS 2023 establishes a comprehensive framework for addressing compensation and costs in the criminal justice system. Sections 527 to 531 ensure that victims of crime receive necessary financial support, that wrongfully accused or convicted individuals are compensated, and that the costs of legal proceedings are fairly allocated. By providing clear guidelines and procedures, this chapter promotes justice, fairness, and accountability within the legal system. Stay informed. Live in comfort.